For San Antonio Today, the only local news station with nonstop news.
Well, it's what we do. Good morning. Nonstop news starts right now. We are the only station in town commercial free for the next 15 minutes. And we do it really well on Fridays because we're happy because we're going into the weekend.
We're always happy, David.
Well, that's true.
We have you covered this morning,
corrected.
including a look at traffic with Joy and a look at your weather with Jeannette. Good morning, Jeannette.
Good morning. Happy Friday. We made it to the end of the week. It was pretty busy weather-wise first part of the week. We're now ending the week on a much calmer note. This morning, it feels quite nice. Temperatures are cooler, 50s and 60s. Some folks to the north and west may be reaching for the jackets. It's 56 in Kerrville, 55 in Rock Springs, 59 in Bernie. We're sitting at 65 closer to the airport, but north side of town in the low 60s. Dew point temperatures, 50s and 60s. A lot of dry air to the north and west. Somewhat dry here, but still on the humid side in the eastern zone. Here is what we'll see for the rest of the day today. We'll see a mix of sun and clouds for the next hour or two, and then mostly sunny skies. Temperatures in the 60s through mid-morning. At noon, we're in the upper 70s. In the afternoon, we'll see more clouds building from the north. 10% rain chance, just an isolated shower possible. It'll be breezy. Northeast winds 10 to 15 miles an hour, gusts to 20. Forecast high low to mid 80s, which is exactly where we should be this time of the year. Tomorrow, just an isolated shower possible. Sunday, Mother's Day, lots of sunshine, and it'll gradually warm up. Hot next week. I'll have your extended forecast zone by zone coming up in under 10 minutes.
We have a closure in the westbound lanes of Austin Highway. That's over here on the northeast side near Parent Vital because of that crash that we've been talking about this morning where a person was hit by a car there on Austin Highway. Again, that person was taken to the hospital. The driver stayed, called for help, and so we don't know yet if they'll be facing any charges. That's what we're finding out, but this was not a hit and run, so they're at least not being charged with that. We're continuing to bring you more updates on that. In the meantime, just know that the westbound or southbound lanes of Austin Highway are closed. On the west side, a disabled vehicle kind of slowing us down here in the eastbound lanes of Highway 90 at General McMullen, blocking one lane. Again, a disabled vehicle, not a crash, but with one lane blocked, that's enough to cause some crowding, and you'll see that reflected in the yellow there. Let's talk again to photojournalist David Mendoza, who is in your South Texas Ford dealer, Sky Ford. David, good morning.
Well, good morning, Joy. It's Friday. I've been all over the city this morning, and from what I've seen, it's been pretty smooth Friday, classic Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend. Right now, I'm over the WOAI getting a look at downtown, and traffic seems to be moving on pretty agreeably. No major delays, no problems on our highways this morning, so make it through the workday, and then you're home free. Back to you for now.
All right, David, thank you. So despite those issues I just talked about, really no major slowdown. So we at least have that good news heading into the weekend. That's the latest for now with your on-time traffic.
All right, thank you, Joy and David. New overnight, a woman is okay after a car accident on the north side. This happening on De Zavala and Vance Jackson around 11 last night. Police say the woman was driving home after a long day at work and fell asleep at the wheel. She drove across 4 lanes and hit an electric pole, bringing down the power lines and transformers. It caused power to go out at nearby shopping centers. No one was seriously hurt.
Well, this morning, police are looking into the case of a body found on the grounds of a local elementary school. This happened early yesterday morning. Kids and staff showed up there to Glen Oaks Elementary. That's part of the Northside ISD. The body is a teenage male. Police say that it's an 18-year-old, but at this point, there's no positive ID. The school was put on temporary lockdown. None of the kids, we're told, were ever in danger. Police do say that it appears he suffered from a self-inflicted gunshot wound, but their investigation continues this morning.
A teen is facing charges in connection to a shooting in North Bexar County. 18-year-old Caden Silva and another man are accused of trying to break into a car at a home off of Fairway Bridge near Seven Winds last night. The homeowner scared them off, but investigators say Silva came back and shot at the house, hitting the homeowner's daughter inside. He allegedly confessed to the shooting.
Well, a 69-year-old man is in jail facing charges of sex abuse of a child. A victim came forward. Jerry Cheshire allegedly committed the assaults 4 years ago. He was arrested Tuesday, refusing to speak to investigators. He is being held right now in the Bexar County Jail on these charges. We're talking about sexual assault of a child and aggravated sexual assault of a child.
This morning, a Seguin City staff member is facing accusations of having child sexual abuse material. Kyle Cram is the director of the Main Street and Convention and Visitors Bureau, and he's currently on administrative leave. Guadalupe County Sheriff's deputies say they found digital photos and videos of child pornography. Cram is charged with possession or promotion of child pornography. And the city of Seguin sent us this statement on Cram's arrest. They say in part, quote, "We take this matter seriously and are closely monitoring the situation," and that Cram has been placed on administrative leave pending further information.
Developing story out of Eagle Pass, a teenager may have been swept away by floodwaters. Police say that 18-year-old Augusto Gutierrez got caught in some heavy rain yesterday. His vehicle was then later found stuck under a bridge in the draining system. Again, right now, drone units are still out searching for this teenager.
And this is video of the floods from a viewer in Eagle Pass. 2 rounds of storms bringing 3 to 5 inches of rain last night.
Well, 6:47 on this Friday morning. Fiesta may have ended, but there is a new king emerging for next year's Fiesta. In fact, he will be announced a couple of hours from now.
Exciting. News 4 San Antonio's Christina De Leon has more on the big announcement, along with when and where it's expected to happen. Hi, Christina.
Hey, good morning, Marissa. Good morning, everyone. We're talking about the new Rey Feo, which is set to be announced just a few hours later on today. He's going to be announced by the Rey Feo Scholarship Foundation and the Rey Feo Consejo Education Foundation. Every year, this new king leads a citywide initiative to raise scholarship money for local youth in town. Through the works of the former kings, civic leaders and supporters, get this, more than $11 million in scholarship has already been awarded to more than 8,000 students here locally. So really, this is all about scholarships and celebrations, all for a good cause, and it always comes around during Fiesta time. Now, today's events is going to kick off over at Rosario's Cafe over off St. Mary's Street, and it's going to happen a few hours from now at 10:30 this morning. That's when we will find out who the new Rey Feo is, and that will kind of kick things off for Fiesta 2026, and we will find out who will lead the way, who our new Rey Feo is. Reporting live in the Content Center, I'm Christina De Leon. David, we will send it back to you.
All right, Christina, thanks. Happening today, the Texas Diaper Bank is hosting what they are calling a Day for Moms.
News 4 San Antonio's Tawny Davis is live to tell us what they are doing and how they're helping moms this Mother's Day. Good morning, Tawny.
Good morning. Now, today's event will honor 150 local moms by giving them essential diaper supplies, calling it a Mommy Self-Care Gift Bag. They will also give access to resources to promote family health, wellness, and stability. This event is designed to recognize and support mothers who give us their love and strength every day. Moms who will be getting the essentials, they will also be meeting with organizations offering healthcare, mental wellness, nutrition, and parenting support. Representatives from the diaper bank say that this is their way of showing moms they are appreciated and supported. Today is about honoring their sacrifices while making sure they have access to the care that they deserve. Donations will help provide diapers, hygiene items, and access to life-changing resources to these mothers. Now, today's event will be from 9 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. And if you would like to still donate, you can find information on the Texas Diaper Bank's website. Reporting live, I'm Tawny Davis. Back to you.
All right, Tawny, thank you. The Trump administration is shaking up its leadership inside the FEMA agency. The White House released the acting head of FEMA, Cameron Hamilton, a day after he testified before lawmakers there in Washington. During his testimony, he said he didn't agree with Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem that FEMA should be eliminated. The White House has named David Richardson to run the agency in Hamilton's place. Richardson currently serves as the Department of Homeland Security's Assistant Secretary for countering weapons of mass destruction.
Across Texas, the FAA given the green light to the Elon Musk space exploration company to do liftoffs of its Starship rocket up to 25 times a year from Starbase operations in Texas. Prior to the new permission, SpaceX launches from Texas were limited to 5 times annually. SpaceX regularly uses its Starship rocket for sending its Starlink internet satellites into space.
All right, talk about getting there in the nick of time. This is a high water rescue in Waco, all caught on camera. Officers showed up there on scene. Car was in a creek, and that creek's about 100 yards away from the road. Not exactly sure how he ended up there, but rescuers did manage to break the window. You can see here in the video, they pulled him out of safety, or to safety rather, and then moments later, we're not going to see it, but moments later, that red car floated off down the creek.
Meanwhile, lightning bolt struck a house in Colleyville. That's a city just outside of Dallas, Fort Worth, setting that house on fire. Now, a neighboring home security camera captured the shocking moment, showing flames almost immediately shooting from the home's roof. The owner said they were sitting in their kitchen when all of this happened. Minor injuries were reported and everyone's expected to be okay. Now, the sudden incident displaced this family, but an online fundraising effort has already raised about $20,000 for them.
Take about 30 seconds here. Listen to this story. San Antonio is sinking. And if that doesn't sound scary enough, there's this. Most of the major cities in our country are doing the same thing. So there's a study that's happened from a journal called Nature Calls, and it shows that excessive groundwater extraction is causing all this. And apparently a lot of this is happening in the great state of Texas. Houston's the worst city, but San Antonio, research is showing that 1 in 45 buildings, so 1 out of every 45, are at risk. In Austin, a little better, 1 in 71. But San Antonio as a whole, according to this research, is sinking by about 1.1 millimeters per year. It's not a lot, but it's something. The real warning sign here is that unless the water is replenished, underground wells and aquifers will eventually crumble and damage infrastructure over time.
Now your certified most accurate 4-zone weather with meteorologist Jeannette.
So, we used to, an Earth or asteroid is coming to Earth, you got to look out, and it's like, it's never going to hit Earth, but, you worry about that. Well, now we're worried about all of our cities sinking and floating off into the distance.
Don't live in fear, though. Take
Right,
it day by
exactly.
day.
There you go.
Have faith and hope.
Yes.
It's going to be okay, David.
I don't think anybody took me seriously. Yes.
All right, hey, weather-wise, we're pretty much done with the rain. We've had rain for at least a couple of weeks here and there, and we're now looking at drier conditions for the next week or so. Do want to point out that I have an isolated rain chance for today and tomorrow, but nothing like we have seen, especially what we saw across the south yesterday and what we saw here in San Antonio early this week. Sunny and dry for Mother's Day Sunday, hot next week. Record heat, folks, at least for a couple of days next week. We'll take a look at that in the 7-day. Clouds and radar, clear skies across the western hill country and the western zone. A few clouds here in San Antonio, especially across the east, and plenty of clouds in the far eastern zone. Seeing showers moving closer to the coast, and there is rain across East Texas. That's south of Tyler, north of Houston. That rain is overspreading Louisiana. Tail end of the front helping to produce some rain there in the western Gulf. It's also a wet morning up and down the I-95 corridor, especially in the northeast. Major cities, they are getting some rain this morning. We have this upper level low that's departing. In wake of that, we do have some lingering moisture. That's what's going to help to trigger an isolated shower later today. As that area of low pressure meanders across southeast Texas, counterclockwise circulation around that may throw a couple showers this far west for tomorrow, late morning through the early afternoon. After that moves away, high pressure builds in. This is going to start to move in on Sunday, and it's going to take hold through next week. So the heat will intensify as we go through next week. Pretty comfortable today, though. Highs will be in the low to mid 80s. It'll be mostly sunny, at least until midday, and then we'll have clouds building late in the day. From that cloud cover, there's the chance we see a stray shower. Tomorrow, late morning through at least the middle of the afternoon. I would say between 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. heads up. May see a shower or two coming in from the north. That could produce a brief downpour, and then we're looking at a mix of sun and clouds for the rest of the day. Sunday, clear skies. As that low pressure system starts to move away and high pressure built in, we'll have sunshine for Sunday. Here's a closer look at that Mother's Day forecast. So mostly clear skies early tomorrow, and then the clouds build. Slight rain chance midday. Late in the day, we'll see a mix of sun and clouds. Sunshine all day Sunday. It'll be cool in the morning, upper 50s to low 60s, and then topping out in the mid 80s. For next week, let's fast forward. 90 Monday, 97 Tuesday. Near record heat for next Wednesday and Thursday. We'll likely set record temperatures next week. Here's the extended forecast for the other 3 zones. Pretty uneventful. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend.
Back to your South Texas Ford dealer, Sky Ford, David Mendoza, looking at a car that, well, that's not where it's supposed to be. David, good morning. Where are you?
Hey, good morning. This is Hildebrand and San Pedro. Right now we have all-terrain traffic stop because of this car that drove up on the median. You know traffic is slow when I'm reporting on minor accidents, so this tow truck driver is getting this car off of this. We have 1 lane blocked from police. This is on Hildebrand, headed eastbound as you approach San Pedro. Other than that, roadways look good, so have a great Friday, everybody. Until next time, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. We appreciate it. Looks like they're already making quick work to get that out of the way. The only other issue that we had this morning was that a closure on Austin Highway. That was because of a pedestrian that was hit by a car. Still working to learn more about their condition, but that was Austin Highway and Perrin Vital, the southbound, westbound lanes where you may see that. Even in that area, no delay, like David said. Pretty smooth sailing for us this Friday morning. That's the latest with your on-time traffic.
All right, Joy, thanks. If you're hungry, haven't had breakfast, this is a combination of breakfast and dessert, and I'm so giddy for it. We're talking about Pop-Tarts with ice cream in the middle of it. So Pop-Tart is now getting into the ice cream sandwich business, and I might be the only one here, but I am all for it. They're going to come apparently in 3 flavors: chocolate fudge, strawberry, and brown sugar. Brown sugar, I think, is... Brown sugar is like top 3 Pop-Tart.
It's a sandwich.
Yes.
Oh, I thought they were smushing it up and making it into ice. I thought it's a
now
sandwich.
we're into. You can get
no,
these at Walmart next month.
We are not into it.
We are so into it. So if you missed it earlier, Marisa and Jeannette told me about all the things wrong with Pop-Tarts, and I just said, "Yep, more for me." I love them.
Have at it.
I love.
You know, that's fine. That's fine. But you know,
ice cream Pop-Tarts, somewhat healthy too.